Hi everyone, my name is Wendy King and I'll be your professor this year in U.S. History to 1870. I'm so excited to have you in the class. To get started, I wanted to point out a few things in the course. So you'll see you have landed here at the Module 1 welcome page. If you have not yet done so, please make sure you go back to the course homepage. Once you're here, you can access the course overview, which is the syllabus. That's hugely important. Please read through that in detail there. You'll find information about grading, about assignments that are coming up, our big course project, our podcast that we're going to work on later, as well as due dates and policies. So please look at the syllabus closely. You can learn about me, and you can also go to the modules where you will find the first Getting Started module. Please make sure you go through that also. There's some details about the online course, about using Canvas and setting up your profile in the course. So please let me know if you have questions. Okay, so back to Module 1. Every module will start with this landing page. And you can see here at the top, we list the learning outcomes. I know lots of students just skip over these, but it's actually helpful if you pause and take a moment to look. And you can see all of the content that we'll be covering. And you can kind of use this as a self-check to see, hey, do I know how to do this? Do I know how to do this? You can also see it as a preview of what's to come. And so if we scroll past that, you'll see there is the to-do list for the week. Most weeks all look very similar, where everything is set up where you take a quiz on the reading content, you work on a historical hack, which is like a worksheet, and then you have a discussion and an assignment. This week we do not have a separate discussion just because our initial introductory assignment will also serve as our discussion. So what that will look like. So the course, when you go onto a course page, so if we click here and see all of Module 1, it might look a little bit big or a little bit intimidating because it's so big. Don't be scared by that. That's actually great news because that means you do not have any other materials. Everything is housed here within Canvas. So all of your textbook, all of your reading, everything is found here. And so you'll just work through this in order. And so you can see that their textbook, again, it's housed within Canvas. So you're just going to click through this and go to the next button. You'll see there's a why it matters to introduce it, and then we've got some introduction pages, and then the meat of the content comes next. And you can see there is the learning outcome again listed at the top of the page. And then if you go through it, make sure you pause to do the activities. So there's going to be some practice questions, some videos, some activities embedded within it. Do those as they will help prepare you for the quiz. You'll have 2 opportunities to take the quiz, so I highly suggest you take advantage of that. It is open book, open note, and so you can do it kind of early on and then review things and then take it again. So that is due on Sunday, the quiz. Next is the historical hack worksheet. And so in the worksheet, you will kind of practice applying some historical thinking skills and working on some writing that you might be doing in the course. And so the way that works, if you click on that assignment page, you can see it'll show up right here after the quiz and help you. You'll want to have it open as you work through the next few links there. And so to open that up, you can see we'll open a link to a Google Doc, and you'll want to make your own copy of that. So you can go to File, Make a Copy, and rename it at the beginning with your name. So Wendy King Historical Hack, Recounting History. And so once that's open, when I go back to the course, I'll want to keep it open as I read through the next few pages. So anytime I get to a blue box, I'm going to pause and do the corresponding work inside the Historical Hack worksheet. So you can see that here. There's a little bit of practice, video to watch, and then here is where we stop, Historical Hack number 1. So going back to my worksheet, we see historical hack number 1, and it asks us to fill out some information here. So we're supposed to think of questions we might have about a meeting between the Spanish and the Aztec. So this is graded mostly on completion and effort. There's not a right answer to that question, at least. And you can see as you work through it, it'll tell you when to pause and what to do. So keep that open. You'll submit it when you're done. And then the final assignment of the module this week, so we have the historical hack quiz, and then it's just the introductory assignment. And so in the historical hack section, we're going to learn a little bit about primary and secondary sources. And your task is going to be to introduce yourself to everyone else using some primary sources from your own life. And so you can go, if we go back to that page, let's see if I can find it, the course. Okay, so if we'll go back to the discussion, it's explained very carefully. Please read through all of the instructions. But we're going to be using a program called VoiceThread to do that. You could use another option, but VoiceThread is pretty simple for this purpose. You're going to make kind of a presentation to introduce yourself and show off these artifacts. So for example, you might have a dish set from your grandparents, or you might have some memorabilia or photographs from family history, or a baby blanket that's meaningful to you. So we're going to use those as part of our introduction, and then add a little bit more information there inside the discussion forum. So again, I'm really excited to work with you this semester. Please let me know if you have questions, and go ahead and dive right in, and have a great week.